Hi, all. Today, despite the smile on my face, I want to talk about this bad customer interaction I had today. So let's get into that. Hey there, hope it's going well. If you don't know, I'm Cindy Krause with Krause of Sift and Thrift here on YouTube, Facebook, eBay, and Instagram. I just wanted to do a video today because of this interaction I had with this customer this morning. I woke up to this really nasty email. Well, it's a message from eBay. And I was just kind of shocked at this person's behavior. Of course, I'm not going to share who they are, but I wanted to share with you guys what happened and how I responded to it and how I got this resolved. Like my hat? I decided to do something a little different. I get tired of looking at these videos, looking at myself with my hair being the same, me looking the same. Yeah, that's one thing when you do YouTube videos. You've got to edit your videos. So you've got to look at your face, your hair, your clothes, hear your voice. And I just want to mix it up. So this morning I got a message from an eBay buyer who was angry that I shipped, according to her, this disgusting garment. They were like yoga pants. And she said they smelled disgusting. They were just so gross. And she went on and on about how gross these pants were. First of all, I would never ship somebody a pair of gross anything. And certainly not if it has a smell. And what I think what happened was, and I wash all my garments, I think what might have happened when you sell pre-owned clothing, if there's a smell in a garment that maybe comes off when you wash it, and then you put it in a plastic bag, because that's how I ship my items. That's how I store and ship my items, in plastic bags. Possibly when you open it up, the scent is reactivated. It's the only thing I can think of, because they didn't smell when they were in my possession. So she was just really angry and really nasty, really mean. And she kept sending comment after comment. I can't believe you would sell this. And I was very nice. And she said, she called me a liar, basically. She went on. And, you know, the person, the human nature in me wanted to lash out, but I couldn't do it. Thankfully, my husband was around, so I could vent to him. But there's no way you can vent to the customer. You got to bite your tongue, you got to swallow your pride. You just got to make it right with a smile. And what I've kind of learned is I used to be up and down apologetic, kind of taking the blame, so to speak, like, oh, I'm sorry, you know, blah, blah, blah. I mean, I'm learning to kind of send more neutral answer, like, I'm sorry this happened to you, instead of making it look like it's on me, because it's not on me. I shipped an item that smelled just fine when I shipped it. And you know, here's the thing, she could be lying. She could be trying to scam me. I don't know. Maybe she's not. I really don't know. So she didn't give me the benefit of the doubt like she should have, but I decided to be the bigger person and give her the benefit of the doubt. So my one reply to her was, I'm so sorry that happened to you, exclamation point. So she knows I'm emphatic about it and I mean it. Please send the item back through eBay, and once I receive it, you will get a refund. I will not be responding again to your messages, because she kept sending me message after message, and they were all nasty. So she knew I wasn't going to be responding to her. So there's no profit in her to continue to send me messages. And I don't know if she's the kind of person who wanted me to engage. She was ready for a fight and she wanted me to duke it out with her. or she just wanted me to apologize. I don't know. She did say, send me a refund now. And, my first thought was, when I first got the message, I thought, well, I could refund her. And then I'm like, no, forget it. First of all, she could be lying to me. There's no way you could send a picture of an item that smells. So it's not like I could get proof from her. And not only do I want the proof before I refund her, meaning I want the item to make sure it is as she says, I am not going to give in to a nasty person. No, she was very nice to me and kind. I probably would have just sent her a partial refund and that would have been the end of it. But because she wasn't, she was very nasty and continued to be nasty, sending me message after message. Forget it. I'm not doing it. I'm not going to reward your wrong behavior. So she sent me a couple of messages after I sent her that reply. And she goes, well, maybe PayPal will refund me. And I thought, have fun with that one. We don't go through PayPal anymore. Now, she possibly could have paid me via PayPal. I actually don't know. But I don't think PayPal is going to refund her either, especially since she hasn't returned the item to me. So this girl is wanting to keep the item and get her money back. And I'm not even sure this is a valid claim. So it wasn't going to happen through me. But because she was so nasty, I thought I would contact eBay. So this launches me into my next situation that I want to talk to you guys about. And I've known about this. I don't know if you know about it or have known about it, but it's very difficult to get a hold of eBay. Ever since COVID, which I think what happened was everybody was home. So everybody was contacting eBay. So they got flooded and inundated with calls. So I'm guessing that's when they decided to shut down their calls and not give anybody the ability to call them, because ever since then, I've always had a hard time trying to call them. I Googled the number, and even if you get the right number, they don't want to talk to you. Basically, they give you all these options, and whatever one you choose, they say, look it up on eBay. We'll give you the answers. They don't want you to talk to a live person. So I finally Googled it again, and Arcade Treasure Center, shout out to Arcade Treasure Center, Roy, one of the channels I subscribe to. He did a YouTube video on how to get a hold of eBay, and it was awesome. I did all the steps he said, which is basically going to help and contact at the top of your eBay page, and then selecting, going to the bottom that says contact eBay, and then you select basically chat with eBay. But you don't chat with them because the chat's not going to work. They're just going to refer you to one of their online tutorial, things. So there's an option that says have eBay call you. When you click on that and verify the number that they have is correct for you, and it says eBay will call you within 1 minute. They called me less than a minute. And I got a very nice customer service rep on the phone. I explained to her my situation. I said, because this person's so nasty, I just wanted you to know, basically, so if this person contacts and complains about me to eBay, I already have a leg up on them because I've called eBay to let them know what they're really like. And I also want to report them so somebody else did not have to go through this situation like I did. Really don't want anybody having to deal with this person, but it's possible they've purchased online from somebody else and gave them a hard time. I don't know. I don't know anything about this person. I did say a prayer for them though, because obviously they're either having a bad day or they're just not a very nice person. And they need help. And from their handle, I think they're in their late 20s, if that year is correct. Anyway, I'm not going to share who it is, but I'm really hoping with the knowledge I armed eBay with who they are, it'd be great if they got shut down so they couldn't order anything from eBay, because clearly have issues. And I didn't look at their feedback. I could do that. I actually will probably do that. Maybe I'm the only person they lashed out on. I don't know. But I wanted eBay to know, and they thanked me. And they made a note of it. I don't know what they did on their system. But I just want to give eBay the heads up that this person is trouble and they might be gunning for me, basically. So I've not heard from this girl since. I have a feeling I'm not going to receive it back, because when she said to me, I'll contact PayPal, I thought that said to me she didn't want to contact eBay. And the only reason I could guess why she wouldn't want to talk to eBay, because she's trying to scam me. She's making it up. And guess what, you guys? Guess how much this item, I sold this item for? $7. I could say it was $100, maybe 40, 50-ish, quite a bit of money that she's really upset about it and she wants her money back. No, it's a $7 item with shipping. I think it came to like 12 something. Oh my goodness. Really? You're freaking out over a $7 item plus shipping. Oh, I think what made her really upset is she had already left me feedback before she received the item, and it was very good feedback. And she's like, I wish I'd left feedback. Well, she could call eBay to try and retract that. I don't know. She could call eBay about a refund. She could call eBay about complaining about me. She could call eBay about a number of things. Or she could just set in motion a refund, a return, which would generate her a refund once I receive the item. That has not happened as of yet. And it is 3:18 p.m. And I woke up to this message from her. I don't know what time she sent it, sometime in the morning. I did sleep in today. I was a little tired, so I slept until 9. Oh, shocker. But I worked till late in my store. So, and so, my hair's away. So, just wanted to give you guys a heads up. If you're a newbie reseller and you have not come into contact with nasty people, it's going to happen sometime in your eBay career. I've been selling for 21 years and I have come across a few. They are few and far between. There's not that many. I have a few instances of dealing with nasty people, and actually some people that are similar to her. I told John, my husband, she reminds me of your ex-wife. And then I started to tell him more about her behavior. He goes, oh yeah, she does. Because that's how his ex was. You can't reason with her. You can't reason with someone like that. You can't change their mind. Not that I tried to, but I know that personality, and they're set in their ways. They're right no matter what. That's how his ex was. She was right, even though she was wrong in the way she treated him. He lived like with a shrew for all those years. And yeah, that's not the way to go anyway. I was so tempted to say, don't call me a liar. No, you can't do that. I sent her the one and only message. It was very professional. And I did tell eBay, you could look back at her messages and see how I responded to her, and you get to see her nasty replies to me. So she thanked me. She was very nice. And one thing I'll say is about if you've never contacted eBay, you wouldn't know this. If you have contacted eBay, you would know this. Because I've talked to them before and they've said the same thing, and I'm sure they say it to everybody. They'll look at, when you first call them, or they call you actually, you can't call them anymore. They say, you've been selling on eBay for 21 years. Thank you so much for your patronage. I don't know what they say. Thank you for being a great seller or something. I don't know what it is. And so they compliment you. And I think it's kind of cool, actually. But I think they would do that with anybody. Thank you for selling 1 month on eBay. We appreciate you. It's good. It's a good way to be. And all the customer service people I've dealt with have been very nice and kind. So I'm very happy about eBay customer service. Hi. Hi, Sparta. How are you, buddy? Somebody's awake. The other cat's coming in now. Oliver, hey buddy. When you do call them, you're going to need to know the transaction number. They always want to know that. There he is. You guys might get to see them interacting. They either start licking each other or they play with each other. It's so much fun. So yeah, but I wanted you guys to know how you can contact customer service, what happens when you contact customer service. And I hope you don't come across these nasty buyers, but they are out there, and it's all about how you respond to them, because not only do you not want to respond to them, inappropriately by getting angry or oh, he left, he's going to his other spot, or, to fight back with them, so to speak. eBay can see your messages, so you really don't want to do that. You don't want eBay to go back and see that you were nasty to them as well. No, you you are a professional, so act like a professional. No matter how they treat you, you don't stoop to their level. I asked the customer service person, why is it that we cannot contact you, that you have to call us? And she said, well, they got rid of their phone number. They're in the process of getting another one, which I don't know if that's true. And I said, I think it happened during COVID. She didn't really say anything. But so now when you get to the place where you can have them call you, which is not easy, they don't want you to have any phone contact with them. They really want you to solve your problem by reading all their tutorial FAQ information. Or they have a community that you can ask questions. I don't like that. I want to be able to contact eBay if I want to contact them. Fortunately, there is a way to do it. That's the way I told you guys calls during that pandemic. So, yeah, I can only imagine how bad it was for them. Because, before people are at work or they don't call, but when you're at home, everybody was at home. So it was like, oh, yeah, let's call eBay. I don't think I did during that time, but were you guys selling during 2020 when COVID hit? I was. I remember John and I hit a Goodwill the day before it was going to close. It was like a Sunday. And they told us we're going to close on that Monday, the next day. And we're so happy because we tried a few other local thrift stores. We were sourcing and we couldn't find any open. We're like, oh no, they're closing already. So we gotta get sourcing. So we went to this Goodwill, and it was in the Portland area. And fortunately, they were open, and there wasn't that many people in there. I was shocked, and I think it's because people thought they had closed already. And this was probably in March, right when it was all hitting, 2020. And John and I had so much fun because there wasn't that many people there. Look how cute he is, my cat. Hi, buddy. You're so sweet. And so that was a really fun day for us. But we got a lot of stuff. We should have actually got more than we did, but we got a few things. And, if you were selling during that time, how sales were amazing. The best I'd ever done. I mean, I always do well in fourth quarter with Christmas, but it was like Christmas every day. It was amazing. So much fun. The bad thing that came with that is if you didn't have any death piles, if you didn't have extra items to sell, it was kind of a catch-22. You're getting the sales, but you got to source, and you can't source because the thrift stores are closed. The only things were open were essential stores like grocery stores and other stores. But so you had to get creative and figure out ways of sourcing. So I would go to stores like, I think Target was open too. I went to Target. I think it was. Yeah. And then I went to Buy Mart. Oh, I went to, what is the name of that store? Big Lots, not Big Bins. Big Lots. Went there. I looked at their clearance items. I looked at their health and beauty items and sold some of those things. John and I went to Albertsons and like Safeway grocery stores because those were open. Those were considered essential, which they are. And we go to like the back of the store and they'd have all these clearance items that really wasn't a good find for us because he ended up buying, well, he bought some when I was there and then he bought some later. Okay, he's from Chicago, and his one of his favorite teams is the Chicago Cubs. He loves baseball. They had a bunch of these Chicago Cubs books for like children. They're really cool books. So we bought like 10 or 15 of those. Oh my gosh, you guys, I just sold the last one yesterday. That was 3 years ago. Wasn't a really good buy. I wasn't selling them. I was selling them. First I started at like 15, then I started lowering. I think I sold that one for 7. What I could have done is really lowered the price to like 5. They probably would have been gone. I'm having a hard time thinking about listing my inventory at $5, and I'm thinking I probably should just get used to that because I do want to get rid of things. I've just been redonating items, but Chris from Daily Refinement, he said I'd rather sell something for $1 than redonate it. And I don't know, part of me does, part of me doesn't. Yes, lower your price and get rid of the item, but sometimes I'm just sick of selling that item. It's been in my inventory 2 to 3 years, and maybe it'll sell eventually, maybe it won't. I'm just sick of seeing it in my bin. I just want it gone. So there's two types of thought processes there. And the more profitable one is to lower the price so you at least get it sold. The other one is I just want to get the clutter out. I want it out of my house, out of my mind. And I've heard people do both ways. So it's whatever works best for you, what you want to do. Hopefully you have inventory you could just turn and burn, meaning you sell it within 3 months. That's what's ideal. But if you have higher priced items, if they're not super sought after at the time, they're probably going to sit in your store. It could be a year or longer, and it's up to you whether you decide you want to get the item sold so you can get another item, or you can let it sit. I don't mind letting things sit a year or two if I'm going to get the money I want for it. Usually end up lowering the price over that period of time, and it usually sells eventually, but not always. Scan. I told you guys I use Tote Scan. I really love it. I've gotten it finished for all my clothes. I have 28 bins, clothing bins. Got it all done for that. Now I'm working on my hard goods. I'm on hard goods bin G, and I have through P. So you can do the math. How many I have left? So what I do is I just scribble down everything in the tote or the bin. I call them both. It's interchangeable. And then I bring it upstairs and I search for that item on eBay. And then I look at the item. How long, when did I list it? How long has it been listed? Do I want to lower the price? Do I want to tweak the description? Do I want to end it and relist it? eBay actually does recommend that if the item's been sitting longer than 3 months, you end the item and relist it. I've heard people say don't do that because it doesn't work, but I've heard actually from a reseller on YouTube, they talk to eBay, and eBay does recommend it. I only do it with items I've had listed for a year or longer. And what I do is I just, in the item, I relist it, and then I change something. I rearrange the title. I sometimes move the photos around, and then I usually end up lowering the price. And then I look at the promoted, what it is it promoted at. I promote all my items at 5%, even though eBay has a new thing now where you could actually have them do the promotion and change the price as the market fluctuates. I don't want to do that. I do a flat 5% promotion fee, and I always have sales going, and I always have coupons going. So I'm on, like I said, I'm on G on the Tote Scan, so I'm not done with that. But what I do is at the end of my eBay day, when I've listed everything I want to list, I work on that, my Tote Scan. I also I will work on Flip, which is like List Perfectly. It's where I list on other platforms. I only do that like once a week. I'll list a few things I haven't sold on eBay because I have sold a few things on Poshmark and Mercari lately. Hardly ever sell on Facebook Marketplace anymore. I think it's because they want you to relist your items, and I don't keep up with that. Sometimes I do. I think they shouldn't be delisting your items after a certain period of time. Just keep it listed till I delist it. That's what all the other platforms do, but whatever. I have sold a few things on Mercari and Poshmark lately, and I share on Poshmark when I think about it. I share to likers, and then I'll do the markdown to all the people who have been watching my listings. I'll do that too. So, and I'll get like a sale or two out of that, but I'm not going to be sharing on Poshmark. I'm not going to pay for a service for that. I'm really, with you guys, so you know that you're probably going to get nasty buyers. If you haven't already, or maybe you already have, just like I said, be a professional and treat them with kindness and professionalism. That's all I want to say, because it could hurt your business if you are nasty back to them. So that's kind of my PSA for today. Hope you guys are doing well. My sales are doing great. And I said in my last video, they're not consistent. They are consistent. I'm getting sales every single day, at least 2 sales a day. What I meant was sometimes I'll sell 2 a day, sometimes I'll sell 10, sometimes 5. But it's at least 2 a day. Then I'll usually have 1 or 2 days where that spikes up to 7 or 10. I think a lot of times that's on the weekend or close to the weekend. But I've been consistently listing every day, and that's what eBay likes. That's what their algorithm likes. So at least list, I'd say at least 5 a day. That's going to really help you. I've been very happy with my sales. Don't lose faith. Don't have everybody tell you eBay's slow, you're not getting sales. Well, yeah, it's slow at times. But if you're consistently listing, you will get the sales. So just have a positive attitude about life, guys. It's all good. You know, you move on from the bad and embrace the good. So, love you guys. Thank you so much. If you haven't subscribed and you want to, please do. I hope you like this content. Send me a comment. I appreciate all of you, all comments and all shares, and all my viewers and subscribers. So you guys have an awesome day. Hope you enjoyed seeing Sparta lounging over there. What a life. And I'll talk to you guys next time. See you. Bye.